Arizona basketball 2025-26.
I feel like this is a team that's going to be built for all the challenges that are in front of it. If a coach tells you he thinks his team's built for the road ahead, knowing it's a hard road, he probably feels pretty good about his team.
Tommy Lloyd is confident about his freshmen.
When our young guys get out on the floor and play, I think that their performance will speak for itself.
Confident about his entire roster.
Our staff did an amazing job putting together a really talented team that makes sense to me.
I feel like we have a great group that's very unselfish from top to bottom, and we're all gonna fit with each other right away.
A team that will be tested early against the nation's best.
Those are the moments you want, sold out crowds, high level competition, high stakes.
Tobe, Waka, and Mo, they're big guys. So, when they dunk the ball, it's going to be loud every time.
We feel like we're a program that belongs in that upper echelon of college basketball. That's not to say we don't also, strive to do more and want to take the next step within that upper echelon.
It's our Arizona basketball 2025-26 season preview, Cactus Rising.
And welcome to our Arizona basketball 2025-26 season preview, Cactus Rising. I'm KGUN9's Jason Barr. During this streaming special, we'll get you ready for the upcoming season here at McHale Center. We'll also touch on the women's program as it begins the Becky Burke era. As for the men, it will be season number 5 for Tommy Lloyd with the Wildcats.
One of the things I really love about this program and this new era of NIL and transfer portal, this Arizona team you have here is the same Arizona team you would have had 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. It's got a group of steady veterans. It's got some really talented, high-impact young players. And, that's Arizona basketball.
All right, let's talk about a few of those high-impact young players. Dwayne Aristode, Braden Burries, and Koa Pete. They are 3 5-star freshmen ready to make an immediate contribution for the Wildcats.
Dwayne Aristode was Arizona's first commit in this year's class. A native of the Netherlands, he continues a trend of top global prospects choosing Arizona. Aristode was at one time one of the top 5 rated small forwards in his class, but he missed his senior season of high school due to a leg injury. Guard Braden Burries showed his ability at this year's Red Blue Showcase by leading all scorers with 22 points. The McDonald's All-American was the 2025 Gatorade Player of the Year in California and one of 3 finalists for the Gatorade National Player of the Year. Also a McDonald's All-American, Koa Pete was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Arizona. The forward was the 2023 USA Basketball Male Player of the Year. Pete won 3 gold medals with USA Men's Basketball, and along with Tommy Lloyd, he helped USA's Under-19 team win the FIBA World Cup this past summer in Switzerland.
I'm a multi-dimensional player. I can do everything. I can shoot, I can dunk the ball, I can get to the rim, I can rebound, I can guard the best player, I can pass. I think I can do everything. They'll ultimately show.
I feel like we're all great players and we're all going to push each other to be great. And then we also have great players already on the team with like Jaden, Mo, Tobe, and Deli and everybody. So I feel like we only can get better by pushing each other.
Playing with USA, I was playing with other really good players. So coming in here at Arizona, I'm playing with a lot of good players. Everybody on the team is a good player. So just trying to find my niche, but also just kind of having a balance of knowing that I'm a good player, but also I got to fit the team concept.
Got a great freshman group that I'm really excited about, and I think they got a real maturity about them. Physically, I think they're also ready. So I'm looking forward to for them to kind of start these battles, and we'll obviously adjust and grow. As we go through them.
They're all good guys, coachable. They want to be here. They enjoy being here, and they work hard. And I don't think anyone's here to try and get their own personal thing. It's all, we want to win, and we want to be the winning team, bring a national title back to Tucson. So I think that's the best thing we have for us.
Freshman Bryce James is the son of NBA legend LeBron James, and he is out to make a name for himself here at Arizona.
It's not just the name on the back of the jersey, it's the resemblance, even the mannerisms. And yes, the potential. It's picture day for Bryce James, the son of a player who's been photographed as much as anyone, all-time NBA leading scorer LeBron James. It's hard for the 6'5" guard to not stand out.
He fits in, he's one of us, he belongs.
Really just fitting in, really just enjoying my time while I'm here.
Bryce is officially listed from Akron, Ohio, but he also grew up in LA. Last year's Arizona game against Duke was the first college game he ever attended. He was sold.
I say the environment, because I know the fans, they
really enjoy coming to the Arizona games. I know they like to get rowdy, get loud.
James then made noise with his commitment to Tommy Lloyd's program.
He and I are going to stay locked in on that relationship and continue to grow.
But then there's also outside noise that comes from being the son of one of the game's all-time greats.
I think his biggest desire is just to be a normal kid and fit in with a group. So, you know, my recommendation to all you guys and everybody in social media, let him fit in with this group. Let him be a normal person. Let him be a normal 18, 19-year-old kid. You know, that's the greatest gift you can give him.
Lloyd is tempering expectations. There are higher-level recruits. Bryce won't be a starter, but when he does get in the game, he can
shoot the ball. You know, I have a great IQ, so, you know, finding my teammates when they're open and, yeah, defending.
You know, his best days are ahead of him, and, you know, we've made a commitment to developing him as a player, and he's made a commitment to put in the work to be developed.
He comes in every day and works hard, and that's all you can ask from anyone. Is just come in, try your hardest, and you'll get better and slowly edge your way up the roster, and that's what he's doing. He's just super coachable and super good talent, and he'll be good for us.
Bryce is following in the footsteps of his older brother Bronny, who played at USC. Bronny suited up some for the Lakers last year as a rookie, but mostly was with their G League team. And the advice from Bronny,
staying consistent,
is similar to the advice from his father.
Just working hard, you know, just coming in here, doing what you do best, and also just like just making sure that even if you're not having, you know, some good days, you know, just always have the just stay positive mentality. So, you know, like maybe miss a shot, you get a turnover or something, don't hang your head down, always keep your head up, just push through, just stay positive.
Bryce James will always have some of the national spotlight as he develops his game in Tucson.
You know, if he sticks with it, which I have no reason to believe he won't, that he's going to make an impact at Arizona basketball in the future and in the not so distant future.
I'm joined now by Arizona starting point guard Jaden Bradley. Jaden, we saw a lot of you this summer. You were volunteering at the Tucson Boys and Girls Club, also at the Tucson Summer Pro League. What made you want to spend so much time in Tucson, and how was your off season?
You know, I love Tucson, and I appreciate the fans, you know, for coming, you know, in McHale and supporting us. So, you know, it's only right that I, you know, go back to the community and, you know, kind of give back and, you know, help anywhere I can.
You're now in your third year in the program, senior. Is it safe to say you're the leader on this team, the on-court leader, or do you feel like you share that role with others?
I feel like I'm, you know, one of the leaders on this team. You know, you got Deli, you got Tobe, you got Krevis, and, you know, we all lead in our own ways, and I feel like, you know, that's what makes this team so good.
When you have this many star freshmen and several new players, how long should fans expect there to be chemistry? Is that something that can happen right away? Are you building it? Does it take time? Where is the chemistry of this group?
I feel like it depends on the team, and you know, it can definitely take time. It could take games maybe, but you know, the way that, you know, Coach Lloyd, you know, runs his program, I feel like, you know, it's still building right now. But by the first game, you know, we should see it. You know, playing together, you know, that's what we usually do, share the ball. And I feel like we have a great group that's very unselfish from top to bottom, and, you know, we're all gonna, you know, fit with each other right away.
JB is first-class individual. You know, it's not too often, you know, this day and age where you have a senior point guard that's, you know, been at a school or with a coach for, you know, numerous years. So, you know, I have a real comfort with JB, and I really value, you know, what he brings to our team, you know, on and off the court. You know, I mean, he's going to be, you know, without a doubt in my mind, at the end of the day, one of the best point guards in the country.
I'm Lindsay Dean. It was right here at McHale Center where Evan Nelson used to sit in the stands as a kid, dreaming of one day wearing an Arizona jersey. Now, that dream's become a reality as he joins the team.
Tucson's Evan Nelson began his basketball journey at a young age, rooting for his hometown Arizona Wildcats. It was at South Point Catholic High School where he led the Lancers to their first boys basketball state championship.
And coaches who really supported me, and even like teachers and administrators all like were so invested into what I was doing. So like I'm very invested into South Point, and even the team still today. I went back and played with those guys the other day.
After high school, Nelson took his talents to what some consider to be the nation's most prestigious university, Harvard. He was team captain for 2 seasons, but family visits were few and far between.
Away games, I think they came to maybe 3, and then my senior night was the only time they ever went to Boston, because I mean, I've got 4 younger sisters, and it's an expensive flight.
Nelson left Harvard with his Ivy League degree, but he also left with 1 year of eligibility remaining. And he still had visions of wearing the U of A colors.
It was a dream school for me growing up, and I think had I not went to Harvard, I probably would have tried to come here.
And Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd was more than willing to bring on Nelson's leadership, experience, and hometown passion.
Evan Nelson's, another tremendous human being. Obviously, he grew up, Tucson proud, loved Arizona basketball.
I'm hardworking, older guy too, so he understands a lot of the process of what goes into a college season. I think a lot of guys think it's just come in, practice, play games, end of season. There's a lot of time and dedication that goes into it, so great kid.
Nelson knows the competition is tougher. He's constantly reminded of it.
Coach Lloyd keeps making jokes. He's like, you're not playing Dartmouth anymore. Like, these guys are much bigger, much more athletic. And you don't have a 7'2" Mo Crevis or there's no Tobe Awakas in the Ivy League.
On the court, Nelson will back up Jaden Bradley at point guard as he attempts to earn minutes in a talented Wildcat backcourt.
He competes and fits in without missing a beat.
Nelson is again part of the Tucson community, but this time he's the one signing autographs. And his homecoming will really hit home when he enters McHale for the first regular season game with his family in the stands.
Man, my heart's going to be pounding out of my chest. It's going to be overwhelming, but it's going to be a really cool experience.
The young man who once left Tucson a high school champion is still dreaming big.
People have been saying, like, you left as a champion and now you're coming back. What do you hope to do? I hope to, once again, be here and hopefully this is the recipe to winning a championship.
From Sal Point to Harvard and now McHale, Evan Nelson's story has come full circle. And if history repeats itself, the hometown guard might bring a championship back home too.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. If there's one thing you can count on, it's that there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down. Turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
Whether they are on the court separately or together, Arizona has a very strong returning frontcourt duo of Tobe Awaka and Mo Crevis. The 6'8", 250-pound Awaka started all but one game last season. He shot 65% from the field, averaging 8 points and 8 rebounds per game. He is considered one of the top offensive rebounders in the country. Crevis played 9 games last year before suffering a season-ending lower leg injury. He is a presence at 7'2", 260 pounds, and moves well on the floor.
Just practicing with the team 100%, building up for the season, and really excited for it.
He's been going hard in practice. You can see he's improved, and the diligence, the hard work, the passion that he's been operating with, just to get him back to the position that he's in, that he was in, and even exceed that. It's been parallel to none.
I think they work great together. I think we have a lot of lineup versatility. We can go with different looks, but obviously I'm not afraid to go out there and play some big boy basketball, and we have 2 guys that I think will be great together, and they're experienced in the system, and that's the main thing. They know how to move within the offense. They know how to move within the defense. So, that's something that I hope we're able to take advantage of.
Tommy Lloyd is known for having plenty of international talent on his roster, and this year is no different. Ivan Karchenkov is a 6'7" forward from Germany. Sidi Gay is a 6'11" freshman from the Senegal. Sven Jotmo is from France. He's a 6'2" sophomore guard who appeared in 2 games last season. And Mabil Maoud is a 6'11" freshman from the South Sudan. They are stepping up in competition.
Coach Tommy already told me about it, like how I'm going to go against these big dudes and everything like that. So I was like, my mindset was kind of ready for that, and I was ready to, go. He told me it's going to be a great learning experience for me, just start off from.
We'll get back to the men's team, but first, Arizona women's basketball begins the Becky Burke era. Burke comes from the University of Buffalo. She has worked her way up as a head coach across various levels, and she had to quickly build a roster upon being hired.
I think we did the best we absolutely could have. I think we've got a really, really good roster of a lot of really great young women that play extremely hard that I think people are going to be excited to watch.
I know a lot of minutes, I'm sure, are up for competition here in practice, but
Michaela Purdue and Lonnie Cornfield are two players who might see a lot of minutes in the backcourt. Is that accurate? And what are they like to coach?
Yeah, I think a lot of the guards have separated themselves as far as like, being in our rotation right now. I still think there's a few positions that are probably up for grabs. It's all about building the trust of the coaching staff in these first few months as far as, what are your habits, how coachable are you, how competitive are you, those types of things. But Mickey and Lonnie are definitely going to be on the floor a ton for us. They can create for themselves, they can create for others. They're dynamic guards that we're definitely going to need.
What have you learned about the fan base? It's a fan base that wasn't large several years ago, but the last few years has really picked up and set some attendance records. What's been the reaction to you joining Arizona women's basketball?
The fan base has been great. They're behind us. They're supportive of us. We've poured into the community this summer and throughout this preseason, and they've poured right back into us. I think they understand that this is going to be a process, but I think they're going to be really, really excited about the product that they see on the floor this year. We're going to play our butts off. We're going to play really, really hard, but this fan base expects competitive basketball. That's exactly what they're going to get. We're really, really excited to keep them engaged, keep them involved, and excited about Arizona women's basketball.
There is a local player on this year's roster. Achille Mago is a 6'7" center from Tucson. She played high school at South Point and Sunnyside. Mago transferred from Texas Tech, where she redshirted her freshman year due to injury. She got in the transfer portal and was pleasantly surprised to hear from Becky Burke.
It was amazing, honestly, because I would have never expected to, that was the last thing in my mind. I was just overwhelmed, because being in the portal is hard. You getting contacted every which way and every hour of the day. So getting that phone call, I was very excited. I called everybody in my family. I was so excited.
There will be a familiar face on the women's basketball bench. Julie Haregrove, a former U of A star and Catalina Foothill star, joins as an assistant head coach.
I saw that Coach Burke got the job, and I actually live here in Tucson, so I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to get back into basketball and just drive down the road 20, 30 minutes to be back here in McHale. So reached out to Coach Burke and we hit it off right away, and I guess the rest is history.
What have you noticed from Coach Burke so far?
I think the thing that stood out right away was the incredible amount of energy she has. I felt like I could even feel it through her text messages, but just her passion for the game as well, and her vision for Arizona women's basketball, and just talking to her and the staff she put together, it was something I just wanted to be a part of and get back here and help her achieve those goals.
What does it mean to you? Certainly you're Lute Olson's granddaughter, to be coaching again and be back here on the Lute and Bobby Olson court.
Yeah, it's surreal. I grew up here in McHale. At his games, I was the ball kid at many of his games, and then played here at the University of Arizona, and then left to go coach with the Phoenix Mercury, and back here again. It's just a full circle, and nowhere else I'd rather be than McHale Center.
What are you taking from your days as the assistant coach with the Mercury to Tucson and being part of the U of A?
I think it's that winning culture. The Mercury, that's what we were about, was winning championships. So winning 3 championships with the Mercury, and then just coaching the best players and knowing what it takes to get to that level.
Arizona women's basketball has a new position this year, general manager. Michelle Marciniak, a one-time University of South Carolina assistant, is the program's first GM. She'll handle all things NIL, revenue sharing, as well as team operations. Marciniak was the starting point guard on the 1996 Tennessee championship team. Most recently, she started Sheiks, a performance-based bedding and sleepwear company.
I'm here to bring the mix of what I've done as obviously an athlete and as a coach, but also as an entrepreneur, and bring my business acumen into the program, and to help, with all the experiences that I've had, to help navigate this crazy world of collegiate athletics right now.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. If there's one thing you can count on, it's that there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
We're calling this Arizona basketball special Cactus Rising. It's a play on the new cactus on the Luton Bobby Olson court. A fan vote helped bring about the return of the iconic cactus. There is also a mountain range and sun reflecting the Sonoran Desert and paying homage to the Lute Olson era. It's part of a trend in college basketball to incorporate local designs on the team's home court.
I like it, honestly. I like the cactus. I think the fans are gonna like it. I like the inside of the arc. I think it's gonna be cool. I like how it looks. I think I'm gonna get some good pictures on this court for sure.
Also with the new look this season is senior guard Anthony Del Orso, and it's not just the beard. Del Orso has bulked up and said he put on 25 pounds of muscle in the offseason. The sharpshooter from Australia says it's helping him on both ends of the floor.
I feel great. I don't have any negative, a lot of people think that when you put on weight, you may lose shooting or become slower. I haven't felt none of that. I feel more athletic. My stats are up on vertical. My shooting's easier. It's been great. Defensively, it's great. I mean, I feel like in areas of last year where I was maybe lacking on defense, have excelled now on defense. It's been that drastic of a change.
Arizona basketball was picked to finish 4th in the preseason poll, and not one Wildcat was named to the 10-person All-Big 12 preseason team.
I have no problem with that. I mean, the other coaches voted on it. Everyone gets their vote, and that's the decision. That's how the numbers shook out. Now let's go play basketball.
This year, Arizona basketball has a very strong non-conference schedule that includes UCLA, UConn, and an Auburn team that was in last year's Final Four. And, oh yeah, the Wildcats open up against defending national champion Florida in Las Vegas. It's part of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame Series event.
It's the best way to start the year, I think. You can't get a better opponent. They're the reigning champs. A great way to start the year. Go 1-0, and all the adrenaline's running, and it's just unbelievable. Vegas, no better spot to play it in. So excited for it, excited to see what they bring, what we have, at that time, and we'll see how it happens.
Your first game's Florida, your third game's UCLA, your fifth game's UConn. And you still got a murderer's row after that. So, we're excited. We're excited about that, and we played hard schedules before, and it's worked out. We played a hard schedule last year, it didn't. So, let's see what this team, is made of and how they rise to that challenge.
All right, for this next story, we decided to have a little fun, especially with a bunch of young men who are able to move their feet pretty well.
We got to see who has the best moves off the court. Who's the best dancer on the team?
Oof.
Let me look around.
You?
I am.
Okay, you seem pretty confident. Okay.
I got full.
Do you think others are going to say that too?
Hell no.
Maybe Dwayne.
Okay, he voted himself, so.
Of course, of course.
Probably Bryce. James.
Okay. Yeah. What about Dwayne Aristo?
No, not Dwayne.
Oh, really?
That's my guy, though. He's my roommate.
You might have something to say about that.
Ask him.
As they should. As they should.
Bryce is up there. Braden is up there. Cole is sneaky one too. Yeah. Yeah.
Not you?
Nah, too stiff.
Braden Beard. Maybe JB, maybe Braden. Yeah, I'm not a big bench, so definitely won't be hearing me.
Maybe Addison.
I don't know how everyone can dance because we got an new guy, so I'm going to stick with a vet and say Jaden Bradley.
Okay. Have you seen Dwayne Aristo dance?
No, but I heard he does dance. I don't know if it's any good.
Best dancer, I'll give it to Addison. I did?
Oh, okay,
No,
well, let's go ahead.
Who said that? Who said that?
Who said
Maybe like, we win a national championship, we have a dance party at the parade.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
We'll all be dancing at that. Okay.
All right, that's a wrap for our Arizona basketball season preview, Cactus Rising. For all of us at KGUN 9, I'm Jason Barr. We'll see you here at McHale Center.